and I will talk about the consciousness also, because it's well understood by the Buddha. I know in the modern time, the knowledge of consciousness is very zero. It's still like in the process of research and thinking it is part of the body. Hmm? So, Deepak Chopra, are you familiar with Deepak Chopra? Yeah, he makes actually quite a good, awareness of consciousness, separating it something separate from the body. And but I will tell you, you get many answers about consciousness, how the master explains. Even now, I can tell you, even because there's something like we have two parts. We have the body, like a dead body, and how do we know we become conscious? The factors of consciousness is feeling, perception. So what you feel, you perceive, and how you perceive, you react. Hmm? If you perceive as pleasant, you react with greed. If it's unpleasant, you react with aversion. If it is neutral, you react with we call it delusion. According to, if you're just like waiting like that, also is delusion. If your mind is not filled with wisdom, you are in delusion, according to the master. So this you must have some idea, like you have a body and you have, so now normally we have say you're unconscious, and then you have the ear, and then there's the sound waves. This ear and the sound waves belong to the material part of the world. Okay. And when you're initially becoming aware of the sound, okay, like the initial awareness is the initial moment of consciousness, the sign of consciousness. Okay, it says something happen. So that which says that something happen is the initial consciousness, and immediately there's a sensation that we call the part of in the consciousness, the feeling. And when there's that feeling, there's something that measures that or judges that feeling, sensation. That is called perception. All right. And if it perceives as pleasant, there's something that reacts. That's called mental formations in the English translation. It's also called sankara in the Pali, the reaction part. So that's where we call, where karma is made and all that. Okay, that karma and what we do as good and bad and sin and, right? So when we react with greed, hate, and delusion, or we can opposite way react with compassion, detachment, and wisdom. That's what we are trying to do now, slowly to replace it from the other way. So at least you must know this is what we call our self also. Hmm? There's something that arises, it's a phenomenon. It is there in every being. Okay? We all have a body and a mind. We all get angry, greedy, and all that. So this is a common phenomena. So this is like a master become enlightened to what is going on of a person. So it's the terminology you have to get used to for those being. Those days they only researched about self towards self-realization. So the terminology and the concepts are based on that. So it will take few days or at least to be for you to be familiarized. Every being has these four parts in his consciousness. We feel, we perceive, and we react how we perceive. That you can understand, right? It happens to you too. Okay. So these are the components we take as ourself also. We feel I felt it. Okay, I perceived. That's how we feel. Our ego also is connected with that. So many of our depression, worry, fear has come with ego. Hmm? So now when you're going through this, it will be a lot of some things may be repetitive, but it will be like a medicine. Okay, just you'll have to some if you don't understand, just learn to skip, and some you just if you just read also, there'll be some benefit, not some a very big benefit.